haven't already heard, Netflix is bringing a massive new production campus to Monmouth County. They're transforming the historic Fort Monmouth site into one of the East Coast's largest film and TV studios. And it's set to change the landscape for local jobs, housing, and entertainment. Hi, I'm Melissa DeSantis, a local real estate broker, and on my channel I share everything and anything you need to know about life here in Monmouth County. Today I am excited to take you along on a tour of where the new Netflix studios are being built. I'm going to tell you about this incredible project, the history of Fort Monmouth, and how it may shape our community. So to begin, let's start with a little history on Fort Monmouth. It all started in 1917 during World War I. The U.S. Army created a training camp called Camp Little Silver. Later, in 1917, the name changed to Camp Alfred Vail. By the mid-1920s, it got its permanent name, Fort Monmouth, to honor those who fought in the Battle of Monmouth back during the Revolution. Over the years, Fort Monmouth became a big deal for communications, electronics, and military innovation. Everything from signal training to war penguins, experiments with radar and early radio, even some cutting-edge projects for its time. Then in 2011, after almost a century of active service, the fort officially closed under a federal base realignment plan. That left a lot of land, a lot of opportunity, and lots of questions on what would come next. In December 2022, Netflix announced plans to buy a 282-acre mega parcel at Fort Monmouth for $55 million. The plan, a modern production campus, over 1 million square feet with 12 sound stages, backlots, offices, and support buildings. New Jersey approved up to $387 million in Aspire program tax credits to support the project, which is expected to drive a total investment approaching $900 million to $1 billion. Netflix just broke ground in May 2025. Demolition of old structures is slated to take about 13 months, and the full campus is targeted to open in 2028. Local boards have been moving approvals in phases. Fort Monmouth spans Oceanport, Eatontown, and Tenton Falls, with easy access to the Garden State Parkway and New Jersey Transit. That core trio will feel changes first, but the halo extends to Red Bank, Long Branch, Asbury Park, Rumson, Fairhaven, Little Silver, Colts Neck, Homedale, and Middletown, especially when it comes to housing, rentals for crew, hospitality, and creative office spaces. Estimates for thousands of new construction jobs and around 1,400 to 1,500 permanent production jobs once it's fully up and running. Plus, all the side businesses, eateries, suppliers, post-production, and hospitality vendors. So, what changes can we expect locally? From my standpoint as a real estate agent, here's what I expect. Housing demand near Fort Monmouth and in Oceanport, Eatontown, Tenton Falls is expected to increase, especially for move-in ready or short-term furnished rentals. For executives and creative talent, neighborhoods like Rumson, Fairhaven, Little Silver, Colts Neck, Homedale, and Middletown will get even more attractive. Privacy, good schools, and quality spaces will matter a lot. Commercial growth. You'll see more hotels, boutique inns, restaurants, maybe shared office or creative workspaces to support production. Regarding infrastructure and traffic, there will be construction phases, roads, and signage, but in the long term, we'll probably see upgraded roads, more public transit options, and possibly better supporting services. All right, let's talk about where everything stands today. Netflix has already broken ground on the site, and demolition of the old fort buildings is underway. That'll take about a year. Local towns like Oceanport and Eatontown are continuing to review the next phases of the project, making sure each step is done right. And the exciting part, if all goes as planned, the studio should be up and running by 2028. So what does that mean if you're buying, selling, or investing? If you're a buyer or investor, think walkability, commuting convenience, homes that are ready to go. Nice kitchens, good light, flexible space. Sellers, as you prepare your homes, updates and staging will pay off, especially near the fort. turn those spare rooms into home offices or flexible everything rooms. This transformation isn't just about movies and TV, it's about jobs, housing, and a stronger local economy. Again, I'm Melissa DeSantis. If you want to stay ahead of what's happening around Fort Monmouth, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll keep you updated on progress, housing trends, and all the great things happening here in Monmouth County, New Jersey.